Hey artists, today I'm going to show you guys how to make a marble effect on your paper. And it's a really quick and easy way to spice up your paper, and it's super fun to make. Now, you can use this kind of paper for all sorts of things, really. I like to use it to make cards or notes that I can send to people, but you can do whatever. There is no limit. All right, if you would like to make this activity, or if you would like to do this activity, you'll need shaving cream, and it needs to be the foaming kind of shaving cream. Paint or food coloring if you don't have paint. You'll need paper. I've got copy paper and these note cards. I really like using these note cards because they're thicker. So if you have a cardstock or a thicker type of paper, I would say go for that. But if you don't, copy paper is fine. You'll need a scraping tool. Ooh. I'm going to be using an old gift card today, but you could use a popsicle stick or a piece of cardboard. You're going to need a tool that you can kind of stir or mix the shaving cream and paint together. I'm going to use the end of my paintbrush, or you can use a popsicle stick. You're also going to need a tray to put your shaving cream in. Now, the size of your tray is going to determine the size of paper that you can use. Obviously, I'm going with a smaller tray today, so that means I have to use a smaller paper. So you might have to cut down your paper, so just be aware of that. If you don't have obviously you might not have this at home. So an alternative to the type of tray that I have here, which is just a recycled apple slices container, you can use an old bin. You can use one of those baking tins that you can buy from the store that you normally bake cakes in. You can use a paper plate, anything really that's just got a little bit of a depth to it, so that you can put your shaving cream in and it will contain the shaving cream is fine. But be mindful that if you are using paints, and even sometimes food coloring can stain. So whatever you're using or whatever you're putting this stuff in, it needs to be okay that it gets messy. Speaking of messy, this can be a messy project. So if you are going to do this, I highly suggest making sure that you do it on a clean surface and probably with newspaper underneath, kind of like we do in art class. And you might want to make sure you're not wearing your Sunday's best. So you might want to throw on an old t-shirt that is okay if it gets a little dirty. Okay, artists, you go gather your materials and I'll see you back here in just a moment. Okay, artists, I have my materials and I am ready to go. I also put on an old painting shirt, so just in case I do get some paint on me, it's okay. So yeah, I'm ready to get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is give your shaving cream a good shake, and then dump a healthy amount into your container. Once you have that done, you can take your scraping tool and kind of even that out or level it out. And spread it around if you need to. There we go. And wipe off the excess right there. And then you get to pick your colors that you want to go in. Now I'm going to use these 3 colors, and bonus points to you if you can tell me what these 3 colors are. I've got blue, yellow, and red. If you said primary colors, you'd be correct. They are the primary colors. So I'm going to take each of these colors and I'm just going to drop a little bit into my shaving cream. A little bit of each. You don't need a lot. A little does go a long way. And don't worry about where it lands because we're going to move it around. So that's okay. All right. Now I can take my mixing tool, so for me it's the end of this paintbrush, and I'm just going to drag it around through the shaving cream. So I'm going through each of those kind of drops of color and kind of just swirling it up. And this is what's going to help give it that marbling effect. I don't want to over mix it because then my colors might become too muddied. And not really stand out, so I think that's good. Actually, you know what? I see a big drop of color right here, and you know what? I'm just gonna take it. There we go. Now I think it's good. And I'm gonna take my paper and press it on top. Just give it a little smoosh into the shaving cream, like so. All right. and then I'm gonna peel it back. So I'm just gonna grab this corner and peel it back. So you can see I've got a lot of shaving cream up there. And there was a spot where it didn't quite touch the shaving cream. So next time I'm gonna make sure that I really smush it in there. Not too much, but definitely more than what this is. But I still think this is gonna come out pretty cool. So I'm gonna take my scraping tool and hold the paper down with one hand and scrape the shaving cream off. Oh my gosh, yep, I was right. This is cool. Wow. I deserve a pat on the back. That is so awesome. Let me show you up close. Wow, that's beautiful. So here I have the marbling effect, and I can see each of the different colors that I used. Wow. All right, I'm gonna put that to the side to dry, and I'm gonna try another one. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna kind of mix this up again. So I'm just gonna drag my paintbrush back through to kind of get, again, that marbling style, more movement in the shaving cream. And if you want to, you can add more color, or you can add a fresh layer of shaving cream on top and start new. So I'm gonna take it, and remember, I'm gonna smush it down. Really make sure each part of that is smushed into the shaving cream. All right, again, I'm gonna peel it back. Oop. Oh yeah, much better that time. Let's see what kind of design we get. Holding it down with one hand, scrape. Oh wow. So this one is definitely not as bright as the previous one, but it's still just as cool. Super nifty. Again, I'm gonna set that to the side and let it dry. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and mix the rest of this up. See what color we get. Sometimes I like a color in the background. So if you want to, you can always start off by pouring your shaving cream in the container and then adding one color and mixing it good, and then layering colors on top, so that your background isn't just white. So for this one, the background is plain and it's white. It's the color of my paper. But with this one, I had mixed in the previous colors together and it got this nice green, and then went back and added some blue and yellow to get the marbling effect. So that's an option too. Really, this is just a great way to kind of just explore and see what you can create. It's kind of why I like this. It's relaxing, it's fun, I get to play with shaving cream, and it's a good way to explore. Now that color isn't that great. It's kind of, I don't know, it's like got like a patch of light red here, but it's also kind of green over here. I don't know, I might start new, or maybe I'll just add a little bit more blue. Yeah, so we can get that background color that I was talking about. Oh yeah, that's much better. All right. And now, of course, I can't just leave it like this. I'm gonna have to take my scraping tool and kind of spread it back out, which should be easy enough, as long as I remember to scrape off that excess. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And it can also help to mix in more of that color. All right, so now I think I'm gonna go back and add in some of that yellow. There we go, and a little bit of red. There we go. And then I'm gonna stir that in. Well, not stir, but move it around. There we go. Take my paper, press it in. Lift up. There we go. That one was a little bit difficult. All right. And scrapey, scrapey. Oh yeah, I like that. Oop, there you go. How nifty. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. And you know what? I think I'm going to use my dried ones to write some notes for some friends. Maybe cheer them up a little. But all right, friends, like I said, I hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys next Monday. Bye.